everyone, welcome to GardenFork. It's Valentine's Day today, and Lynn and I had a little Valentine's Day moment this morning, and I wanted to show you some cool things that she got me here. And she got me the Mark Bickman book Food Matters, which I think is really good, and she got a selection of different honeys, because you know we're really into beekeeping now. We're learning all about it. And we had a little honey tasting this morning. So we're talking about food, and we're talking about love because it's Valentine's Day. And we're gonna do a recipe from my friend Jaden, who has a blog called Steamy Kitchen. She cooks mainly a focus on Asian foods, and her blog is a bunch of great recipes. She's a really great photographer, and she talks about food and love a lot. And I thought that was appropriate.
Steamy?
Steamy, you know, steamy and kitchen, you know, love and food. That kind of thing. So I thought we'd make a recipe that I could even make, which are called, they're the Chinese New Year tea eggs. And I've seen these a couple times, and she has a really neat recipe for it, and I wanted to show you how to do it.
Chinese New Year was just last week?
Yes, it was. So we're very timely here. We're after the New Year. Look, I'm all prepared. I have things in little containers and everything here.
And he read the recipe.
And I read the recipe. So the first thing you have to do is we're gonna start to hard boil these eggs. So we're just gonna put them in a pot and boil them. Get your matches out. And we're gonna bring these up to a simmer and cook them for about 5 minutes.
That's it?
Well, that's the first part. You don't want this to be a raging boil because it cracks the eggs and the egg gets out, and you know, it looks like a little balloon puffing out of the egg and all that. So
Do we need the timer for 5 minutes, or can we handle that?
well, we're going to bring it up to a simmer and then simmer them for 5 minutes. So when the simmer happens, then I'll set the timer, because I'll forget otherwise. You know. All right, in the meantime, let's sample honey. So this is a blueberry honey that Lynn got me, and I just wanted to do a little honey information here, if you call it. When it says like blueberry honey, it doesn't taste like blueberries themselves, the fruit. It tastes like blueberry flowers, the pollen of the plant. So let's see what that tastes like, by the way, because I
Haven't eaten flowers lately?
it's a beautiful honey. It doesn't really taste a lot like blueberries, but it tastes great. It's really a nice full flavor. You should try and buy local food, especially honey and things like that, as possible, because honey that's not labeled as its origin or where it comes from, there's other countries that allow some pretty dangerous chemicals to be used on their beehives and things, you know, pesticides or fumigants. So,
A big spoonful.
well, so you have to sample it. We have to get the full flavor here. No, I'm serious. If you can buy local honey, do it.
This is super local.
Because you don't, you know, if it's from a foreign country, I'm not bad-mouthing all foreign countries, but some countries don't have as stringent laws as we do about food production. So I'm just saying. This is much lighter, but it's a sweeter, it's kind of more in the top of your mouth. It's more aromatic, but they're both great. These are coming to a simmer, so we're going to set our timer for 5 minutes.
Time's up, dude.
Time. So we're going to take these out. I've got some ice cubes here. Okay, now I'm going to take this and put cold water in here. So one thing is, don't pour out the hot water that you simmered the eggs with, because we're going to use that to make this, is it a brine or a marinade or simmer thing, okay? Believe me, trust me. What you want to do with these is you want to crack the shells without breaking them apart. And
Wait. What do you mean crack the shell without breaking them apart? Isn't that what cracking the shell is?
you don't want to crack and open it. You just want to get a bunch of little cracks in the shell.
You want to tap it.
Yeah.
Why?
Because then the soy sauce tea mixture we have is going to seep in,
Which we haven't talked about yet.
which we haven't talked about yet. So,
They don't know what we're doing.
sorry. Okay, so now we've cracked our eggs. We're going to take our simmering water that's still hot here, and we're going to put a couple things in here. First of all, we're going to put in black tea, and I'm using regular tea bags. We're going to take 3 of these and put them in the hot water. And then we're going to take some star anise. So you put 2 of those in there.
That's it?
That's pretty strong flavor, so. And then we take 3/4 of a cup of soy sauce. Goes in here. A piece of cinnamon here.
Stick.
Piece of cinnamon stick goes in there. So Jaden's recipe calls for a teaspoon of sugar, and I thought since we have honey, why not put honey in, right? So
Willie's honey.
this is Willie's, our local honey. Not to be confused with Willie's Wiener Wagon. So I put in a very large teaspoon. You can put in Szechuan peppercorns or dried orange peel, but we don't have any. But it's on the recipe we're gonna put on will be Jaden's from her blog, so it'll have those on there. All right, so now the eggs go in here. Now this goes back on the stove, and we're gonna simmer it for 40 minutes. Make sure that doesn't get in the flame. All right.
I don't think you've told us what we're doing, actually. What are we doing?
All right, we are, okay. So what we're making here is, they're called Chinese tea eggs, and they are these kind of marbled, hard-boiled eggs that have a really neat black, these little black lines through them. So they're hard-boiled eggs that are cooked with some tea, some anise, and some other flavorings, and they're signifying golden nuggets or golden money, basically, for the Chinese New Year. We could all use some golden nuggets right now. And it's a fun little recipe. I think it's good for kids to get turned on to cooking as well. And we'll try it out. So now this simmers for 40 minutes, and then we're gonna put it in the fridge and let it marinate overnight. Oh,
In the fridge.
yeah, see what happens.
Overnight. Okay.
All right, so we went on a nice hike there, a nice winter hike this morning, and we left our eggs overnight in the refrigerator in the pot here. So let's see what happened here, all right? Ooh, look at that, look at those lines.
So you're taking the eggshells off so that the egg themselves will have a mottled look to them?
Yeah, they look like marbled eggs, look at that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you put too big of a hole in, you get that. I think what causes the really deeper lines is we're actually, you're hard boiling the egg, and then we're cracking the egg, and we need to crack the white part of the egg as well, so that the marinade or the, I don't know what you call this, the sauce gets in and stains it dark like
So
that.
it absorbs it better.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's great. And look at the shell.
Yeah.
But see, when you break it, if you break too much of the shell, you see what happens here. Wow. You can really taste there's like this tea licorice flavor mixed with a hard-boiled egg.
How about soy sauce?
There's some soy sauce in there too. Try these out. Tell me what you think. Come in the greenhouse. green-house.tv. Talking my mouth full. Those are good. All right. See you later.
Bye.